Hi everyone, welcome to Life Tips by Ning. In today's video, I'm sharing 3 case studies for yang water born in the summer season and how to analyze their Bazi chart. So the first case is a yang water person born in the month of May, which is a Yin Fire, earthy branch. So your annual pillar is a Yang Fire and Earth. The monthly pillar is a Yin Water and Fire. The daily pillar is a Yang Water and Earth, and the hourly pillar is a Yang Water and Wood. So first step, let's assess the condition of this focal point daily master. Do I have a lot of friends supporting me or a lot of enemies reducing my strength? So in terms of friends, you're looking at either metal or water. So you have one Yin water here, a Yang water here, and a little bit water buried in those earths, but they don't count because the main primary chi is still earth, which is an enemy for water, right? Because earth suppresses water. So that's about it. Other than that, it's all like fire, earth, and wood energy, which are all the enemy camp, reducing water's energy. So this person is clearly more leaning towards the weaker side, maybe about like 20 to 30% strength out of 100, because this position number 6 plays a very heavy role, and that's a fire, which is a reduction of water's own energy. And then it's a cluster of fire supports earth, and wood grows fire. So the fire, wood, and earth energy, this whole cluster, is a very strong enemy energy. So this person clearly wants more water and metal type of annual or 10-year trend to make him or her feel a little more supported, which means you might have a smoother and more pleasant time period in your life. So this is a fairly easy one to kind of evaluate and judge what you prefer. And the second one, this is a Yang water born in the month of June, which is a Yang Fire earthly branch. So you have an annual pillar of a Yin Fire and Metal. The monthly pillar is a Yang Fire and Fire. The daily pillar is a Yang Water and Wood. And the hourly pillar is a Yang Wood and Earth. This one, if you follow the same analysis step, other than this metal sitting here supporting water, you might have a little bit here buried under this wet earth type. The entire Bazi, you can see the dominant energy is all this fire and wood energy, which is clearly like my enemy is so strong. So this is kind of in this tricky zone of, is this a standard type of Bazi, meaning you want to make yourself balanced? If you're too strong, you want to reduce you. If you're too weak, you want to support yourself. Or does it venture into this non-standard Bazi type territory? Like, my enemy is so strong. What's the point of fighting? Even though you give me more friends, I'm still not going to win the war. So it's actually smarter of me to follow my enemies and just don't trigger their anger. So that's a non-standard type. The question here is, you have a tiny little friend. So it's not like a pure non-standard type, because you have a little hint of clue. Oh, I might have a little help. But the problem is this help is so weak. We know fire suppresses metal, right? It's surrounded by strong fire here, here, here. And wood actually grows fire, make this even more. So it's pretty much being melted to an invisible shape. So that's what makes me more leaning towards classifying this one as a non-standard Bazi type, solely because this potential friend and supporter is being pretty much dominated and squashed by the strong enemy of fire surrounding it. So it becomes kind of a non-issue. In that case, this is a non-standard Bazi example, meaning I actually want more of this wood, fire, or earth energy, which keeps my enemy happy and keep them strong, so I can kind of fly under the radar. The moment it experienced more like a metal and water type of annual 10-year trend, it's not only not going to be make me myself strong enough to combat this big monster, it's gonna actually I intendedly anger this huge camp of monster and make me suffer a lot more so you can run into more challenging times of your life. That's why this puzzle does not like water or metal or anything that will make this guy strong. Maybe you have a water that killed the fire here. So suddenly this guy gets freed. And it's like, look at me, I'm a target. Why don't you guys come and fight me? So that's actually a bad sign. You don't want to experience those type of fate in your life. So it just depends on how your annual 10-year trend plays out in that particular bazi. And last but not least, this is a young water person born in the month of July, which is a Yin Earth, earthly branch. So you have an annual pillar of a Yin Earth and Fire. The monthly pillar is a Yin Metal and Earth. The daily pillar is a Yang Water and Fire. And the hourly pillar is a Yin Wood and Fire. This one is also fascinating because it's clearly a very strong fire energy showing up here, especially those three types are the three earthly branches in consecutive sequence, meaning that not only they're similar in the five elements, they're all the dry and fiery type, but because they're grouped together so tightly, it even elevate the strength of them. It's like one match versus a whole batch of match. It just makes it so super strong. It elevates the fire's energy. And then what's left is you have a wood on top, which wood supports and grows fire. You actually make this fire even stronger. This is the only friend that supports water. Earth also suppresses water, right? So, but this metal is different than this metal. This is what makes this particular one even trickier, because Earth grows and supports metal. Earth grows and supports metal. So in this case, the metal is actually not that weak. This is a very clear sign of this is a useless guy, is super weak. But here, I actually have a fairly strong and usable supporter in my chart. But then I can't ignore the huge wood and fire energy. It's still quite lopsided. So the question is this one the standard one or a non-standard bazi? That's what makes bazi tricky. A lot of the case is not super clean. So this is actually called the pseudo non-standard, meaning that you have to really carefully watch the 10-year trend in that particular case. If the 10-year trend is more leaning toward the wood and fire side, and maybe like more wood suppressing this metal or fire suppressing this metal, like enemies to make this metal weak, in that case, you actually eliminate this potential trader in your chart, right? So it's very pure. I'm going to follow my enemy. That's actually going to be a good time of this person's life. On the contrast, if you have more supporters like earth or metal type of energy, making this metal even stronger, or other type of water energy, making this daily master strong, in that case, you actually revert back to the standard bazi chart. Then you actually won't like wood and fire annual trend in combination, because it kind of those two energies are you feel like, oh, I might have a chance. My supporter is getting stronger. I'm gonna fight with you, but the enemy is still quite strong, so you're gonna get lost. But it gives you that fake confidence to fight with them versus the normal non-standard way of following them. So that's kind of how you analyze it. This is a more clear cut of non-standard versus this is a pseudo, like a very tricky one. It could change direction depending on the energy you experience. And this is when it's a very classic standard chart. You just want more of the supporter type, right, to make you even stronger and more balanced. So that's kind of a quick case study for summer born young waters 八字. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.